Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Bangers Bricks. This week we're going back to have a look at a Lego set in one of my favourite themes. This is the Lego Transformers Soundwave set. It is set number 10358. It has 1,505 pieces. It has 14 stickers, no characters, no lights, printed manuals, and it cost me £160, which is about $208. The set itself comprises of the main build of Soundwave, two side builds, which are his two tapes, Laserbeak and Ravage, as well as the plaque with a little mini Soundwave on there too. This is probably the only Lego set where I'm not going to be complaining about the stickers, because I think they add quite a level of authenticity to the product. I remember being a kid putting on lots of stickers onto Transformers, so yeah, it adds to the nostalgic value there. So here we have Soundwave, Laserbeak and Ravage in their robot modes, and Lego have honestly done a fantastic job here. They've really outdone themselves. The models are very close to both their original toys and also to the 80s TV show. Soundwave comes with his official blaster and shoulder cannon, which this one affixes into the hand, and both obviously can convert into battery-like objects, just like the original toy. There's quite a bit of articulation, which is nice, so they are reasonably posable, even with you down to the individual fingers. There's the usual cassette gimmick there, and obviously with this one, we have the sound brick, which is very impressive. Really looks good. Obviously, though, this is Lego, and it needs to be remembered that it's Lego, so it is not as robust as the old toys were. It has fallen apart on me a couple of times when I've been trying to transform it. They've done an amazing job, don't get me wrong. Everything's held together exceptionally well with Technic pins and everything else just to hold it together. But at the end of the day, it is still Lego, and so pieces do come apart. Easy to put back, and you can transform it backwards and forwards without it falling apart. But yeah, just to be aware, you have to take care with it, otherwise it will fall apart. I think they've done a fantastic job, as you can see in the front. The back isn't quite as impressive, but even still, I think it looks absolutely amazing, and it's not like you'll be seeing the back very often when you display it. In the same way, I think they've done an amazing job with the two cassettes. Obviously, the original Soundwave actually came with Buzzsaw, who looks like Laserbeak but isn't, rather than these two, but these are the ones that everyone remembers from the TV show, and so I understand why they've put them here. I think that Ravage here is probably the weaker of the two, just I guess because of the complexity of the design, but they've done an amazing job replicating it. It does have these blasters which can move, and obviously you can take those off as they're not part of the cassette mode. And Laserbeak, Laserbeak is actually just a triumph. It is so similar to the original version of Laserbeak from the toy. Absolutely incredible. I don't think I could improve on it at all. It looks just like the original. Just like the toy, then the cannons here can come off, depending on how you want to display him. So here we have Soundwave compared to both the original Soundwave here, the re-released version, not an actual toy from the 1980s, and the modern interpretation of Soundwave, which is in the latest Studio Series 86 version. I think you can see quite how incredible the model really is. It is so close to the original, down to pretty much everything. So from the front, you can see incredibly alike. But if I turn each of these around, you can see that even the backs match pretty closely to the Studio Series 86 version and this original one here. They have just done a magnificent job, and While these sets are expensive, as you'd expect from Lego, especially Lego that has a license attached to it, I still think this is fantastically well done. So here we have Soundwave in his cassette mode with Laserbeak inside. As you can see, we've got the eject mechanism here where Laserbeak can come in and out, and the play feature for all of the different sounds. From the outside, it is fantastic. They've got all the sticker detail here for all of the cassette functions. It looks absolutely amazing. It looks just like the original. If we turn it around to the back, then again, it's not perfect. The hands in particular do stick out quite a bit. But considering the how it looks from all the other angles, and it's very unlikely you'd ever be displaying it from this side, I think it looks great. I love the fact that they've managed to incorporate the guns onto the back, just like in the original, which I think adds to the authenticity. So here we are again with comparing Soundwave to his both modern and original version. Here we have the latest Studio Series 86 version, again with Laserbeak inside. And over here on the right, we have the re-released original version of Soundwave with the original Laserbeak inside. And you can see here, they really are incredibly similar. The design for this model does seem to take into account more the original toy colours with the grey at the bottom, rather than the more modern one with the blue. But I mean, still a fantastic reproduction. And if we turn all of them to the back, then we can see that only actually the original Soundwave actually looks at all reasonable from the back. And obviously has the issue of the head there. But yeah, obviously a problem that all of them have struggled to solve of what to do with the hands. But I think this is a fantastic mode here, and yeah, looks great. Here you can see the figures against their modern and original variant. I don't have an original Ravage, which is why there's only Laserbeak at the back there. But here we have the Lego ones versus these are the modern day ones, and this is the original. And I think you'll agree if you compare the Laserbeak Lego one versus the original, they are so incredibly close. It is absolutely fantastic. I'm not actually a big fan of the modern interpretation with the Studio series. I don't think it captures what Laserbeak and Ravage look like, to be honest. But I think the Lego version, especially of Laserbeak, does so much better job and is incredibly close to how the original looked. So, to round up this review of the Lego Soundwave set, I think it is absolutely fantastic. It looks just like the character, the transformation works well, and the alternate modes for both Soundwave and the two cassettes look excellent. I think they've done an amazing job. It must be incredibly difficult trying to work out how to build a transforming robot in Lego, and they've done fantastically well. Yes, there are some issues with stability and with robustness, but without gluing the pieces together, I don't know what else they could do, really. I think it's absolutely fantastic and is well worth the money, especially when you factor in the sound brick, which has a lot of voices on there, and the license. I think it's just absolutely fantastic, and I really look forward to the next sets that come in this line. I do have the Optimus Prime one already, and obviously there's Bumblebee. I imagine Megatron might be up on the list, although I'm assuming it will be his modern tank form rather than the original gun form, which would be a shame, but I do understand why. But yeah, fantastic theme, and would absolutely recommend picking this up, especially if you can get it at a discount. So, as always, if you could like and subscribe, that would really help the channel. But thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next week.